All right. Good afternoon. I'm Damien, partner at Roland Berger, and I'm glad today to address this exciting topic about artificial intelligence and open data. Obviously, I won't have time to delve into details in 15 minutes, but I would like to leverage this presentation to showcase that AI is now a reality and that every sector and function is disrupted. So digitalization is changing the way we're doing business. I think Trevor made it clear. In a recent study, we found out that 2/3 of executives across sector feared their business would be disrupted by digitalization. Not surprisingly, media and telecom executives are the most concerned, with 80% of them highly concerned about the threat of new entrants. The transformation age has indeed enabled collection, storage, and processing of a vast amount of data. It has led to development of several game-changing technologies, among which artificial intelligence is perceived, rightly or wrongly, as at least one of the next disruptors. So, what is AI? While there are many definitions, we can define it as the ability through self-learning algorithms to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings, but also capable of making decisions and potentially adapting to its environment. However, artificial intelligence is an old phenomenon dating back to the 40s and to the 50s. So why today? We believe we're witnessing a unique conjunction of three things. Algorithms have matured and developed. We also have a computing capacity needed for real-time mass processing. And thirdly, and maybe more importantly, we have the data in very large quantities that are ultimately the food for AI to exist. When we look at the number of mention of AI on the web, but also in investor presentation, we see how much it is the buzzword of the moment. And above all, we clearly see an acceleration. It may be overrated, can agree with that, but it's difficult not at least to give it a serious thought for each company. In Roland Berger view, we are really entering now the era of artificial intelligence. After the PC, the internet, mobile and smartphone, we should witness a real takeoff of artificial intelligence in the next 2 years. In 2017 alone, $30 billion were invested in AI worldwide. But to date, only 20% of companies have implemented some AI solutions, and usually, as you probably all know, at a very low scale. We are hence just at the beginning of a trip to where clearly at a point of inflection. However, AI is not really a revolution in the strict sense of the term, but rather a gradual evolution of automation. Since the 90s, business software have helped to structure data and processes. For the past 3 years, we've been hearing about RPA, implementing RPA. It has removed systematic tasks to concentrate resources on the exceptions. However, it deals with very, very simple tasks that do not require special knowledge, understanding, or perception. These are actions that can be performed by introducing very simple rules. With AI, we enter attributes which are traditionally attributed to human beings that go beyond simple ability to do tasks, as AI integrates language, reasoning, and sub-judgment through contextualization. While technologies to date have tackled the least complex, the most repetitive, the least value-added processes in support function and manufacturing plants, AI can handle even some of the most complex decision-making processes. As such, we are convinced that artificial intelligence will affect absolutely all trades. We estimate that in 10 years, the AI market will reach more than 200 billion euro. It will reach absolutely all sectors, from aerospace to financial services, but also, and maybe more importantly, absolutely all functions, from administration to production to sales or customer retention, up to strategy and marketing. In factories, AI will soon be a reality. Modular assembly line will allow stocks adjusted to the need of the day, because they are connected to customer orders, could say that's not new, but also able to monitor the price of raw material to buy at the best time. Predictive maintenance, thanks to hundreds of sensors, will detect the state of the machines. No more unnecessary displacement in the factory, with autonomous trucks being able to avoid obstacles, move the parts towards operators. Articulated arms will obey and support the movement of the hands of the workers. Augmented operators will be all over the factory equipped with virtual reality headsets that will display all necessary information in real time. Other professions, especially services, are more affected, especially as they were not used to automation in their own sectors. Lawyers, for instance. There are now AI-powered tools that enable decision support by ultra-fast consultation of legal text, transcripts, judgment, and case law. It will accelerate the recommendation process and sometimes disrupting legal services with self-service. One such example that you may know of is Weavers, which uses natural language processing and machine learning to help couples get a divorce settlement at a lower price and in a shorter duration. While a traditional divorce can take up to $10,000 or $15,000 and take up to 3 to 6 months, Weavers take $1,000 for its self-guided divorce and 30 days to complete the filing of a divorce. This raises the question about the business model, of course for lawyers, but across sectors, about the business model for traditional law practices. Is the hourly pricing still sustainable? Or do you have to completely change the way you're going to price everything? Medicine will also be impacted. For instance, researchers in UCLA have created what they call a virtual interventional radiologist. The VIR is similar to a chatbot, where the device communicates automatically with the patient physicians and can quickly offer evidence-based answers to frequently asked questions. For instance, the doctor can ask, "Oh, I'm worried, my patient has blood clot in his lungs. What's the best type of imaging to perform the diagnosis? I have no clue, but fortunately the chatbot would provide an answer." Such AI tools leverage on patient data to provide evidence-based recommendation. However, it also raises an ethical question regarding the ownership of patient data and associated data privacy. Another example is customer experience. Recently, Citibank launched its Citibank chatbot service in Singapore. Now customers, among which I am, of the bank, can talk to the chatbot directly on their Facebook Messenger and get instant replies to common customer queries through an AI-enabled chatbot. However, the automation of customer relation reduces relationship with a bank and the ability to decode emotions. How can an organization drive customer satisfaction in such a context? Consultants like me were not spared by AI. AI tools are now automatically and efficiently researching and modeling, disrupting the traditional role of our young associate and analyst. Now this raises the question of how to become an expert, a partner, a director, when you have never been a junior. How do you build up the necessary experience to supervise machines? The connected and smart future will also be home. Curtain will diverge automatically at the best time not to break a sleep cycle. Smart bed will do you a message to indicate that it's time to wake up. The central control system of the house will tell you which shopping to perform when you're out of home. A connected object, maybe in the heel of your shoe, will give a slight impulse to tell you that you need to hurry up now for your next meeting. AI should have major impact on the company, impacting one way or another more than 50% of the jobs across function and not just the blue collars. The impact will be positive, but we believe it's also a profound transformation of labor and of the society. The primary goal of leveraging AI technology, in our view, is largely for internal business transformation. It can help improve efficiently, leading to higher revenues and lower costs. There are several functions in the organization where AI can be used and is already used for telco-specific or non-telco-specific solutions. AI can support with customer engagement through data analytics combined with AI and marketing automation. Company like Flytext is an example of such company deriving massive consumer insights in real time and predicting their needs. Online is another key area for the use of AI, as customer data can be leveraged to customize offer or services. Some operators use companies like Sentient, AI-powered website design tool to tailor their web pages based on consumer behavior and hence increase their conversion rate. AI is also used by some to maintain telecom infrastructure through predictive maintenance. They hence avoid to send thousands of field workers to site to check up on hardware periodically. BI is also a key area where AI is being leveraged by telcos. AI tools such as MondoBrain can empower telecom operators to best understand their construct of KPI, such as churn, and pinpoint the most efficient and actionable levers to act upon it. Last but not least, after RPA, support function can also be further enhanced using AI. HR with companies like Montage Talent or finance with startups like Smack can be automated, and AI tools can be used to improve processes and make predictions. Data is the raw material needed to build knowledge. Once we structure the data and give it context, it becomes information. The information is processed and personalized to derive knowledge. The more the data, the better. Open data is for us what we define as data that anyone can access, use, and share. Government, businesses, and individuals can use open data to bring social, economic, and environmental benefits. As such, open data is a foundation for AI, as it allows the expansion of the bottom of a pyramid here, which is then used by technologies such as AI to build knowledge. Open data, which is yet another term for easily accessible data somehow, started getting prominence in the year 2000-2010, when governments such as the US and UK opened up their public data. It's also not new, but it's gaining massive momentum. The World Wide Web is a good example of an open source of information accessible to a vast number of people. Same with GPS, which was originally developed for use by the United States military. But in the late 80s, the US government allowed the system to be used for civilians, since GPS satellite data is free and works everywhere and anywhere. It experienced a rapid increase and can now be found in every smartphone. Same with statistical database. For a long time, statistical data was hard to retrieve and government treated it like a treasure. In 2009, data.gov was launched to improve public access to machine-readable data. Today, we rely on public statistics on an everyday basis. Agriculture is a prime example of an industry where open data can be leveraged to enhance the growth of an industry. For instance, this company, Global Yield Gap Atlas, is a repository for data aiming to increase crop yield globally. To achieve this, the initiative focuses on delivering detailed information on weather, cropping systems, and soils. This local data is then scaled up so that it can be relevant at national and global levels. Through this data, exploitable yield gaps can be identified for various crops, measuring the difference between current average farm yields and its yield potential. There are many examples, so I will skip those, and across industries. Developing open data sets can have several positive implications in our view, such as building a positive image by actively participating in the ecosystem, building strong partnership with collaborating companies or developers, saving costs through outsourcing non-core activities and benefiting from processed data, building a platform which can be potentially monetized. However, there can be several downsides as well, especially for private corporate, but also potentially for government on sensitive information. Loss of control of data, giving up own information leadership and competitive edge, increase in competitive pressure due to greater transparency, or no control over the further processing of information. Thus, each business and agency need to access both the opportunities and risk while developing open data initiatives, which for us is a no-brainer, but also evaluate how to best learn from available data through own AI-driven initiatives. So as you understand it, we do believe AI and open data are here to stay, and that every business, every function, every sector, including the telecom sector, need to embrace it. Thank you for your time.